Declan Rice, baby. Dum 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 dum. Declan Rice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Declan Rice, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal just slapped. I mean, slapped. I mean, slapped. I mean, absolutely whooped that ass today. We destroyed, obliterated, absolutely killed Real Madrid today. We beat them 3-0, and it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Like, we had an opportunity to go 2-0 up in the first half. We destroyed Real Madrid today. Oh my God. Where are all you guys who are saying Camavinga is better than Declan Rice? Where are all you guys who are saying but Rodrigo is better than Bukayo Saka? Where are all you guys who were talking shit about Arsenal today? Where are all you motherfuckers who were talking shit about my boys, my Gunners, Arsenal, who were telling me we were going to get destroyed 3-0? Where are all you guys? Come outside right now. Come on. We turned Real Madrid into Tottenham. We turned Real Madrid into Tottenham today. We said you're going to wear white. Fuck that shit. Real Madrid today learned. You don't do that. You don't come to the Emirates thinking you're gonna get nothing, because we don't play these games. We're not this shit team with the soft underbelly that gets turned over. Nah, that's not us. That's not us. No Jesus, no Havertz, no Gabriel Magalhaes, none of that. And you know what it was? I do. Come into the room. That's what I was saying. Before the game, I was getting hyped. I believed. And you know what Henry said? Henry said you need to go into this game with belief. You can not only win, but you can turn them over. You can get a good enough lead where you can go to their ground with something to play for. Not only have we gotten a lead, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal have not lost a game more with 2 goals conceded. Arsenal have not conceded more than 2 goals this season in any competition. We have not conceded more than 2 goals in any game this calendar year. You fucking think Real Madrid are going to beat us with a 3-goal deficit? No chance. We got this. Now, it's not done. Don't get me wrong. It's not done. But Arsenal are stamps of authority. To the people who are saying, oh, Declan Rice, 100 million not well spent. 100 million well spent. By the way, welcome, Deo. 100 million well spent. That is what a 100 million pound player gets you. Not only is he a game changer, not only is he somebody who can get you a goal, not only is he somebody who can score free kicks, he's destroying play. And you have the audacity to sit here and compare him to Camavinga, make laugh comparisons to Camavinga. Guys like Lee Gunner, Sam, all you guys, put your hands up, say sorry. Apologies are needed. These people need to come outside and say, I'm sorry. Hussam already said it. I'm going to go on Lee Gunner's channel later. He's going to have to say it. Sam's going to have to say it. All you people, you're getting cooked tonight. You're getting cooked. And you thought because we dropped points to Everton, it means anything. It didn't mean shit. Shout out Kiwior. Shout out Kiwi. Bring me a Kiwi. Shout out Kiwior. This is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest night we have had since 2009 or 2008, 2009 versus Manchester United. I am so
this win.
I'm not done cooking, bro. I'm not done cooking. There's a couple more people that need to get cooked. The people said to me, Camavinga is a better player than Declan Rice. He's a better player than Declan Rice. He's going to show him levels. The midfield of Real Madrid is going to outplay Arsenal. It did not today. They told me that all these guys were better. First of all, Courtois, fair play. He stood on his head. Alaba, he didn't know where he was. Alaba was left on skates the whole day by Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka had Real Madrid fans shaking. There's people online tweeting every time Bukayo Saka gets the ball, I'm scared. I was fearful. Rudiger, fair play. I think he played okay. Asensio didn't even notice him, but I thought it was a red card. I thought it was a penalty because we've seen that same penalty versus Mikel Merino. But let's not talk about that. Valverde, I'm not even going to get into. I'm going to talk about that Bangladeshi Rodrigo. Where is that? Did that Bangladeshi player show up today? Did he show up today? He's a fake Brazilian, you guys. That Bangladeshi lookalike Rodrigo, every single time you guys tell me he's compared to Bukayo Saka, what does he do? He drops a stinker. You thought he was going to come to the Emirates and show us why he's better than Bukayo Saka? They thought because they put him on the advert, he was going to do something. No, he did not. Bukayo Saka was on the same pitch as Rodrigo, Vinny, and all these guys, and he looked like the bigger threat than all of those guys. Kylian Mbappe today was silent. The Ninja Turtle was quiet. Jude Bellingham, wallahi, the guy was a model. He was the Abercrombie and Finch model today. He did not look like a football player. I did not notice what he did. And the 39-year-old guys, why are senior citizens on the pitch? Get the senior citizens off the pitch. That is a violation right there. Get the guy off the pitch. Thomas Partey, who might have a fake age, looked younger than him today. And I don't know how old Thomas Partey is. As for Kivior, the back line, shout out Timber playing through injury. Shout out William Saliba holding it together. Shout out Kivior, didn't give us a problem. Shout out Mazu Skelly, 18 years old, second 18-year-old English player to ever play in the Champions League quarterfinals, and he's ready for this level, dribbling past Real Madrid players like it was nothing. And guys, with a 3-goal lead going into the second leg, job's not finished, but we're almost there. Take it away, bro. Wait, I got super chats. Right, my guy's saying keep that energy when you go out on penalties. Can't wait. You think we're gonna go out on penalties?
Can I address this real quick?
We can't enjoy a win without somebody like Mantis coming out here, bro. There's a reason why your name is Mantis, because you're like an insect. You're what is that? You're an insect who just comes out of nowhere and starts being a pest. Egal, you can't even cook ramen noodles. Relax, bro. Little do you know, man's out here chefing it up on a regular. I'm chefing it up, and you're out here talking shit. Fly kick it, bro. Talk to me, bro. Deo, what you saying?
I wanted to just say, like, I didn't expect 3 goals, but I expected us to get a win. Yesterday I was on Alahua, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and they put it on full screen and they said, "Are you beating Madrid?" And I said, "We're winning." I said, "We're winning 2-1." I said, "It's the Emirates," and the last time we lost with a 2-goal margin, over a 2-goal margin, was to City a few years ago. Like, it's been a minute. The Emirates is now a place where I feel a lot more confident when Arsenal is playing. And to be honest, in the Champions League, you have to look at who you're playing. I think what Madrid did today was they came with that same mentality that they had with City when they played City, and they played defensive against City, and we're waiting for them at the Bernabeu. And I think they wanted to do that with us. They were happy to let us get 1-0 and then come to the Bernabeu. But I'm glad that we were clinical. We could have scored more goals. Courtois saved them a bunch of times today. He made like 3 or 4 saves. And my thing was, we need to be a lot more clinical in those kind of positions. If we're clinical in those positions, great. There were crosses that Saka put in that it was just ran through the front of the goalpost. There was nobody there, which is where the striker is needed. But Mikel Arteta is doing something that nobody expects him to be able to do. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a 2-1 victory, and I thought we'd go to Bernabeu and they'll beat us. Like, that was my vision. Like, everything I thought about, I was like, this is what I think is going to happen. So for me, it's a good 3-0 win to take to the Bernabeu. You know, I'm going to keep my powder dry, because I made a statement in a few streams before your stream today, like during the weeks, when everybody talking about Madrid, and I said, I don't have Madrid PTSD. I don't have it, because every time I faced Madrid, I've never lost to them, whether it was a friendly, whether it was in the Champions League. And the only time Arsenal has ever made it to the Champions League final, even though we lost to Barcelona 2-1, we beat Madrid in the round of 16 on the way there, 1-0. And we beat the Galacticos, not just the regular Madrid. We're talking Zinedine Zidane. We're talking Sergio Ramos. We're talking R9, the original Ronaldo. We're talking Roberto Carlos. We're talking David Beckham. We're talking Ruud van Nistelrooy on the bench as a substitute striker. So let's not even do this, revisionist history where it's like, oh yeah, I give them their respect. They're Madrid. They're amazing. They're a massive team. They are the best team right now in the world. But football is football. When you get on that pitch, you do what you need to do.
I don't know. Is Netweed an Arsenal fan? Because how are you sitting here saying first leg quarterfinal trophy? How, as an Arsenal fan, are you sitting here not excited and happy?
Again. You know why some of these? Let me address these. These are the type of, and I'll say it again. Netweed, respect. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it all the time. But I'll say this: you're the type of fans who, because of your bias against the manager, and just because you don't like the manager, and all you care about is trophies and not even the legacy or the history of the club, your thought process is shallow whenever you address anything. You can enjoy a win without addressing it as a trophy. And if you want to talk about trophies, right, we can look at the cabinets of every club in England, right, with all the noise that we're making. Arsenal hasn't won any major trophy in quotes in 20 years. That's what everybody says. But when it's City and they win the FA Cup, it's a big trophy, as though we hadn't been winning FA Cups. Now, another thing I'll say is in those 20 plus years that we haven't won any major trophy, every other team behind us, including Manchester City, with all their winnings, have not been able to catch up to the amount of trophies that we have. So let's take several seats back, look at the legacy of your club. If you genuinely care about the club and not just your bloody ego where you want to banter, I won a trophy. Look at me. I want trophies, but I wanted to be, something that is done right. I don't want to win trophies with
right there. Real Madrid have nothing on us today, but there's two players we got to talk about. First, let's talk about Mikel Merino before we go on to anybody else. Mikel Merino is still bagging goals for Arsenal. We got to give Mikel Arteta credit. He doesn't have Kai Havertz. He doesn't have Jesus. He's still finding a way. And Mikel Merino today versus Real Madrid at the Emirates in a quarterfinal of the Champions League bags a goal again. Now, before we talk about Declan Rice or anybody else, I think it's just he deserves a little credit, bro, because he's playing out of position. He's been doing this for a while now, and this season is his highest goal tally in his professional career. Never in his career has he had this many goals. Actually, last season at Real Sociedad, he had 8. This season, he's already has 7, and there's a bunch of more games to still be played. Shout out Mikel Merino.
Shout out. You have to look at how. And this is why, as harsh as I was, and I still am harsh on Mikel Arteta, like I said, even if he had won me a cup double, what did I say at the beginning of the season? Even if he wins me a cup double, I still want to change my manager. Not because I think he's a bad manager, but because I think the club needs to get a better manager again, more experience, and let's just carry on from there.
Are you Arteta out?
No, I'm not Arteta out. I'm the club. I'm about club growth. I'm about Arsenal growing.
No, but we're talking about Moreno. Why are you bringing?
No. I'm saying, and this is why I brought all that up to say, this is why I give Mikel Arteta respect. The fact that he's able to spot Mikel Merino as a midfielder in this period where he lacks a striker, we have nobody up front, they're all injured. He's not looking to bring in a youngster. He's like, you know what? I see something in you. If we use you a certain way and we play a certain way, we can get goals out of you. And nobody would have believed. I mean, when we first heard about it, we all laughed. But this guy has played 8 or 9 games and has scored 7 goals in about 9 games. And you have to look at the manager and say to the manager, whatever it is that you saw, I give you respect for that, Mikel Arteta. I have to, that's why I brought that up. I brought that up to say, in as much as I'm about club growth, I'm also about, I can give him his flowers. This manager picked something out that is working for him in a difficult time, because many teams are talking about their own injuries and saying they're not, Chelsea, Jackson was injured. We weren't really getting many goals. Different talking about injuries. So he's done something.
I'm gonna have to do this quick because I gotta be quick today. Declan Rice, bro, top bins, the second one. When I say top bins, like he literally got it in the top corner. That was a perfect free kick, the second free kick. If you've seen exactly where he got it, like nobody was saving it. And the first free kick, bro, those 2 free kicks were utter perfection. Today, Declan Rice has taken himself as the new set piece king. And I'm just gonna say, Martin Odegaard is no longer taking set pieces. Nobody else is taking set pieces.
You can't say. Let me tell you something that I've come to realize.
Let me finish. Declan Rice deserves to now take set pieces from that for direct free kicks. I mean, from now on, based on his.
He's been taking our set pieces though. But we've not been having. I know we've been using all our free kicks this season. Go look at it, because when this happened, I went to look at how many direct and how many indirect free kicks we've taken this season. We weren't really taking a lot of direct free kicks this season. Let's be realistic. We always try to cross the ball in because we had our set piece coach and we had a way to do things, and we're scoring from those set pieces, direct set pieces, which they did not expect from him. But here's what I want to say about Declan Rice. I also think that moments.
This guy super chatted saying we're celebrating too early, bro. We're 3-0 up in the first leg. What the hell are you talking about?
Are we not supposed to be?
If you can't celebrate after 3-0 win at home versus Real Madrid, you can never celebrate in football. What the fuck?
These guys are jokers. Like they're saying, you're celebrating. We're not celebrating that we've won the Champions League. We're celebrating a win over Madrid in the first leg. A 3-0 win.
Have some respect.
Anyways, I just want to say this about Declan Rice real quick. Igal. I think that sometimes in a game like this, games also make players. Pressure makes diamonds. I think in certain games like this, where certain players want to step up and prove their worth, again, someone like Declan stepping up, our most expensive player, putting in this type of shift against Real Madrid, who is the greatest team right now in the world, with some of the best players, if not the best players in every single position. Yeah, I think he deserves his kudos. He deserves his kudos. Moments make players. People talked about Bukayo Saka today. I saw all the noise. Oh, what did
I was
Saka
going to
do?
talk about him. I was going to talk about him. Just
And I
wait.
said,
Um, he's
can I
he's
start?
coming up. He's coming up. He's coming
Can
up.
I really start? Okay, go on.
There's one more we got to talk about. I felt like the game could have been 5 or 6 if it wasn't for Courtois. Like, man saved some ridiculous amount of saves. There was this moment right here where Mikel Merino took 2 shots, could have been a goal, where David Alba saved it and Courtois saved it. Courtois also saved Martinelli's goal early. Bro, if Real Madrid's defense was just a little bit worse, it could be 5-0 right now.
There was a ball that Saliba defended for them as well. Saliba
Yeah,
was the one who
the
blocked
Partey corner.
Partey one. Yeah. So like it's I gotta say this makes me realize that in a knockout tournament, you just need to do what you need to do and take your chances. Like, you know, play your game regardless of what happened. Let me say this: the way we played today, if we had lost the game, I would be upset that we lost, but I won't be upset at how we played. In the first half, I thought it was slightly an even game, but I thought we played better than them in the first half. I felt like we took the game to them. In the second half, they could not lay a finger. And for me, even if we had lost this game by 1-0 or 2-0, I'll be very disappointed in the loss, but excited about how well we played. And so how well we played today for me is a key factor of the fact that we don't have all our best players on the pitch. Some of our best players are just coming back from injury. Bukayo Saka could not even play a full 90 minutes.
Let's talk
So
about
for
Saka.
me, that's something to look forward to if we have
You
the
want
right.
to talk about Saka so bad. Let's get on to it. Saka today was on the same pitch as Jude Bellingham, Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, and he looked the best out of all of them. And he's not even fully fit. I really do believe Bukayo Saka is up there as one of the top 3 in wingers, let alone in his position. Wingers. Forget about left, right. It's Vinny, it's Salah, and it's him. He's up there with the best of them.
He's definitely up. He's definitely up there. I think this season with his injury as well and everything, like you have to put a lot of things into consideration. He's been very consistent over the years. This season with his injury is taking a little bit of a toll on him. We can see it. I heard everybody saying don't start him because you guys are rushing him back. But
So
rushing back,
stupid.
like
Those
no,
people wanted us to lose, Dale.
no. But here's my point though. You're asking a manager not to put his best players on the pitch because you're saying you're rushing him back. I would rather have, right, a 75% Saka because I know he has the experience. He knows that he's got the ball knowledge. He's played with this team longer than to say, all right, let me just shoehorn somebody who's 100% fit that will not make the team tick forward. Again, when you see Saka on the pitch, there's an element of, oh, he's Arsenal's guy that can make a difference. So teams are like, let's double. Do you see how Alaba and what's his name were always doubling up on him? And that created space, which is a good thing, which is where we got those those chances from outside the free kick. So yeah,
They struggled to deal with Bukayo Saka 1v1. They tried to double team him. He still found ways behind them. I think Bukayo Saka today showed if Arsenal go and sign a striker in the summer, we will be a serious problem for everybody in the world. Because we went up against one of the best teams, 15-time Champions League winners. And I once said something that got everyone mad. Stop counting the Champions Leagues on the shoulder and start going quality versus quality. Because today we showed we have the same level of quality in certain areas and we have the heart to be able to take it to this Real Madrid team. We were not scared of them at all. And people laughed when I said we're not scared of Real Madrid. We showed we're not scared. But yeah, Deo, what were you going to say?
No, I said, man, we did what we needed to do, and that's all. We just wait for the next leg. And a 3-0 win is a good thing to take to the Bernabeu. And let's see, what happens when we get to the Bernabeu.
Cool. Okay, let's see. People saying you're celebrating too early, bro. We're 5-0 up. We're not celebrating 3-0 up. We're celebrating the 3-0 win. Credit to our players today, and well, for from one. Yeah, the war
Yeah,
is far.
the war is far from won, but then you say was celebrating early. Like, shouldn't I celebrate a win when my team wins, regardless of whether I've won a trophy or not? Like, why am I
Yeah,
supporting the team if the team wins a game and I'm like, well, you haven't won a trophy, so I'm upset. Why am I supporting them? Go support Real Madrid that wins all the time. Don't support a team that you're going to be
Hey,
mad at.
if you support Real Madrid over Arsenal, you might be heartbroken because we're gonna knock them out. Mazu Skelly, amazing performance from him. 18 years old, what a
Yeah,
player today. He showed he's up for any challenge, and I really do think if Mazu Skelly was on the Real Madrid side of things, they might have had a better opportunity to stop Bukayo Saka because nobody on their left hand side had a chance to stop Bukayo Saka. He was dribbling from deep, creating chances. He even got an assist today for the Mikel Merino goal. So shout out to him for his all-around performance. What a player Miles Lewis Skelly is at the age of 18. Unbelievable.
yeah. I mean, like it is. I've just got to give it to Mikel today. We played the game. I mean, as soon as we realized Madrid was going to sit deep, they played the mid block again today, and I was like, you know what? They were just sitting deep, and let's just hit them hard. And now you hear people rewrite what they said. They said Madrid was going to come and beat us. All of a sudden, you hear everybody rewrite exactly what they said. Oh, wait till you get to the Bernabeu, you're going to lose. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. We're talking about this game today. Let's talk about this game today, and let's talk about who performed better in this game today. You, everyone said they were going to walk over us. We were going to lose. So hey, it is what it is, man.
Hey, bro, Real Madrid needs 3 goals in the next leg. 3 goals. We've not conceded more than 2 this season.
It doesn't matter how many goals we've not considered. Football is crazy. All I'm going to say is today we did not, nobody gave us the chance. People said 0%. Zero. Like, do you understand what it means to say Arsenal had 0% in one breath and then we win 3-0 and you say, well, wait till you get to the Bernabeu. No, but you said we had 0% at the Emirates already. Like, that's where I have an issue. If you're going to banter properly. If you're going to have a conversation about football, let's have a conversation about football. This is the same Madrid team that just lost to Villarreal in the last minute. I watched that game. There was nothing to write home about from Villarreal, but they came back in the last minute and scored a 2-1 win.
Yeah, you know what? Let's wrap it up with the player ratings. Today, first things first, Raya, I'll give him an 8. Solid performance.
I think all round today for me, all the players get an 8. Nobody put a foot wrong. I'm not going to nitpick on what one person did today.
There's no negatives. There's no negatives.
Yeah.
Everyone played well. There's no bad performances in that team today.
Even when we gave up chances, it's Madrid. We will give up chances to Madrid. That is a solid squad.
I'm giving the whole back line, Raya 8, Mazu Skelly 8.5, Kivior 7.5, Saliba 7.5, Timber 7.5.
Yeah.
And then midfield, Odegaard 6.5. No, 7. Partey 7.5. Declan Rice gets a 10.
I'm just going to say this again.
Declan Rice gets a 9.
I hear your point. I would just say the entire team, as a solid team, Declan is the only one I would give a 9 to. Everybody got an 8, and I'll tell you why. It was against Real Madrid.
Okay, I understand, but
the defending champion. Yeah, here's the thing again. The defending champion with playing some of our second-tier players like Kivior. Kivior should be getting the 8.5 for stepping up against the Madrid. Let's be realistic.
All right, but I'm trying to keep it consistent. I'm trying to keep it consistent with my regular ratings throughout the season.
Yeah, but that's unfair.
So Declan Rice gets a 9. If I'm giving Odegaard and Partey what I've given them, I'm giving Martinelli and Saka both 7.5s. I'm giving Moreno an 8. And based on consistency, because he scored a goal, Saka played really well. Martinelli both played really well, and they're threatening, so they get 7.5s. I think you can make a case for Saka to get an 8. Leandro Trossard, Mikel, and Kieran Tierney and Ben White came on with like less than 15 minutes. All 3 of them. I didn't really remember too much of them. I'm gonna give them all 6s. But the managers today, Arteta out-coached Ancelotti. I don't think people understand that. Arteta outmanaged.
I think I'll be honest with you. I would not look at it that way, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Arteta set us up correctly. He didn't outcoach Ancelotti because those 2 free kicks were an individual performance from Declan Rice in the moment. In that moment, you needed a player that could step up, and he stepped up. This is why I said moments make players, right? So in that moment, the set piece coach did not teach Declan how to do that. Neither did Arteta coach Declan to say this is how you're going to take it. There was a moment now. The Mikel Merino goal, I give kudos to.
Shout out Mantis.
I give
He's a
that,
Liverpool fan.
you know, that
Shout
the
out
Mikel,
Mantis. Let me just
yeah.
read this for you, bro. Mantis, as a Liverpool fan, congrats. I can't even be mad. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Then we got Netweed coming here saying, Egal, are you putting the title up on your video today? The ref robbed Real Madrid dirty. How did the ref rob Real Madrid? What the fuck are you talking about? If
Okay.
anything, Real Madrid should have been given a penalty against them for the first handball, because the rule in the Champions League is different. But fair play. We're gonna have to wrap it up, Deo. If you wanted to say something, end it off here.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just excited. I'm just excited.
Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button for Arsenal beating Real Madrid 3-0. Hit that like button for Declan Rice. Hit that like button for Mikel Merino, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, who's injured. Hit that like button for everybody. If you're an Arsenal fan right now watching this, hit that like button. If you're a rival fan who thought Arsenal were going to lose and you're shocked, hit that like button. But long story short, guys, respect for watching. I appreciate all the support that you guys give on the channel. And yeah, hopefully we can go do our business in the next leg versus Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. It's going to be interesting. Arsenal is the only team who's never lost to Real Madrid.
By the way, can I say this again? Arsenal's win tonight against Real Madrid has confirmed the 5th place. That means if top 5 goes to Champions League next season from England, today's win actually confirmed that. So just a little bit of information. If we did nothing for you, for those of you that your clubs are going to become 5th position, you might be playing Champions League next season.
So Arsenal's win confirmed
it, yeah,
the top 5 for the Premier League next season in the chat.
Yes, it did. Today's win, yeah. Nice.
And you know what? People used to say Arsenal would let England down. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, whatever. So
anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I think that's a good way to end it off. Big up everyone watching. Appreciate it. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel and check out Banter on the Pitch also with Deo's channel. I'm out of here, people. Peace. Peace.